Hi everyone and welcome to Bad Work Stories Made Good. My name is Karina Rubik and together with my co-host Emma Matthews, we'll be doing exactly that. In each episode, we're going to take a bad work story from our client work, the media, or even your own bad work story and get some good out of it. So, without further ado, let's dive in.
Hi Karina, so what's our bad work story this week?
Hi Emma. Well, we are counting down in the holiday period.
Woo!
So I thought, we could do part 2 of our holiday series. So
Good idea.
last week we talked about finishing the year with good energy and things, and celebration, and perspective was a big part of that story. So if that tweaks your interest and you haven't heard that already, go back to last week's, and that was part 1 holiday special. And in this holiday special, I thought it might be interesting for us to do 2 bad work stories.
Ooh, excellent. 2 for the price of 1. Love it.
2 for the price of 1 today. So the first one, I thought I could share. It's really more like a strategy tips for our listeners who could be experiencing something similar, which is, what the hell do you do when a body way beyond your pay grade decrees that you need to do a product launch or finish something in particular, during the holiday season, right? Or like some date early in January, right? So it really stuffs up all the beautiful, nurturing holiday plans that you might have as a team. So we're going to look at that one, and then I know you've been busy this last.
Yeah, well, I'm always looking out for interesting things that are going on out in the world. Well, yeah, I'm really interested in Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Yeah, it certainly is a bad work story based on what I can see. So, yeah, I'm happy to share, and let's see if we can give Elon some advice. My Christmas gift, my gift to you, Elon.
Your gift to you. Yeah, should anyone be listening?
Good for him.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, absolutely. So, because one of the things of this podcast we wanted to do was also not only about client stuff, but also what was happening in popular culture. So I think that's a really cool ad. So yeah, so I'll kick off with so it's so a little bit of a departure on this one, but I think it's all good. So the story, shall I kick off with my one?
Yeah, tell me the story. What happened with this client of yours?
All right. Okay, cool. So so this is a real story. Happened a couple of years ago, and as I started to say, this kind of like that this group of working really, really hard, had a product launch thing happening, and they didn't know when everything would be kind of the final ticks and approvals would be given. And in the lead up to the holiday season, like about now, they then get this thing that says, yep, we need to have X, Y, and Z, all this material presented, ready to go first week of January. And what that meant for the team is that everyone needed to, work through the holiday season, and including all the religious holidays.
Yeah, congratulations! You get to work through the holidays.
Wow! Exactly. Yes. So while all your friends and family are celebrating, and
you'll be working
all those bookings that you might have had.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you make it good?
Yeah. So and it's a really, really cool outcome. And it's one of the things that I'm excited to share, right? Because it was such a cool outcome. So pretty much purpose and culture. How many times do we keep coming back to this freaking all the time, right?
Same old, eh?
So their whole thing was that we're stronger and smarter together, right? And that they really believed in what they were doing, and they really were connected to delivering their outcomes by the set date, right? There was no way to change the deadlines. This was it was an absolute. So the thing that they could control, the thing that they could have agency over, was how they worked together to make this happen.
Yeah.
So, I've just got a big smile on my face because the words that come up are things like, honesty about where everyone was at was where we started, right? So,
Right. Yeah.
what were people's needs through that period? Like we're
Yeah.
not talking, out of a holiday kind of season, which
Mm.
is more or less business as usual. But of course, even in those situations, you may have people's individual holiday plans. But
Mm.
as a piece that really involved family and extended family, and in some countries where people are listening, those breaks are quite hard to come, by, right? There's a
Mm.
limited amount of holidays that,
Absolutely.
that some people have.
Precious. It's precious
It's
time.
precious. That's the word. It's precious. So basically, what we did is put everyone together and really speak needs. So
Mm.
by that I mean, like, okay, so what are my commitments, me as an individual, to my family,
Yeah.
and the greater kind of the extended family around me. So, for example, you may have been someone who on the team who had a young family.
Mm.
Now, young as in babies who don't know what the holiday season was all about and couldn't care
Mm.
less as long as, basics are handled, through to families where children did have an awareness of what was going on. And, in terms of Hanukkah or Christmas,
Mm. Mm.
there was an expectation of family events, and
Mm.
activities and celebrations, through to, family members who had older kids, team members who had older children
Yeah.
who may have been beyond that, and not so fussed about what they're doing, people who were single
Mm.
and were able to, or not fussed around what they needed to do. And maybe there was also some people who were really concerned about, yes, I have commitments, I have older parents, or, I have
What
made
about people with fur babies?
and fur babies. Yes, well, fur babies ended up coming into the office, so that was all good. Yeah, you can't remember our little fur babies. So, as an outcome of all that honesty and that care and offering up, like, this is my life, this is the reality. What is
Yep.
everybody's reality?
Yep.
We were able to craft a kind of like a really flexible schedule of work and contribution based on the needs of the project and the needs of the team who were delivering that project. So we had people coming in at different times, people working from home at different times. This is pre-COVID, so people still coming into the office. It was completely transparent. Like, people would know, like, oh, so and so, no, they're with their kids right now. They're out for 3 days. If anything is urgent, yes, we WhatsApp, but we want to really respect their time with their kids.
Mm.
So and so, another person, was there the whole time,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they made a choice, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to give up my time and nothing major
Yeah.
was happening. I'm happy to move my dates or my bookings or whatever it was. So people it was beautiful. People, my rings are hitting up.
Tingling.
People really went into service to others,
Wow.
to
Wow.
and the generosity and the team spirit of the season was incredible,
Mm.
right? and
Amazing.
and that dual purpose of, yes, we're really committed to the purpose of delivery and the commitment of doing it well for each of us, so that we
Mm.
all get through this together, that we are stronger and smarter together, and
Mm.
actually have the team spirit is really, really intact. So
Mm.
it was a beautiful thing, and then they got to all celebrate, at the end of that. And I think this is the other thing I'm remembering was, the family involvement, like people being
Mm.
really transparent. I keep saying that word. With their families and saying, this is what the team's doing. This is, like creating agreements with their kids and partners
Yep.
that, hey, this is what's happening. I can be here and we can do this. But then because of this is where, mummy or daddy or, aunt or uncle needs to go in order because of this. So
Yep.
everybody was completely in a loop around purpose and contribution
Mm.
and honesty.
Amazing.
So,
Amazing results.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really special time, and I still remember it super clear, from years ago. So
Mm.
if that resonates with anybody, get creative. It's amazing, amazing what we can co-create together to make a number of different needs, be met.
I love it. I love it. And I mean, so often we do hear of these situations coming up. And so often we do hear everybody playing, either the victim card or the, oh God, I'm going to have to work through. And yet it sounds like this team really made it, turned what could be a real bad work story into a really good,
A
good one.
really
So
good role
love it.
modeling case study. Yeah, that's awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. So that's
Nice.
my offer today. And
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
what's
Wow.
been getting you under the collar
Yeah,
this
well, do you think Elon's listening? But what and what's really been interesting is what's going on with the Elon Musk taking over Twitter. So, obviously this drama's been playing out for some time, and, would he buy it? Wouldn't he buy it? There was, he put his bids in and then basically got the lawyers to say, no, I'm not going to buy it. Anyway, finally, whatever motivated him to go across the line, whether it was financial or anything else, he did. He bought Twitter. He has purchased this company, and he started his first move seems to be gutting it. So, hey, all right, what we're going to do? We're actually going to get rid of a whole lot of people. I think the number is something like 3,700. People are losing their jobs. Massive, like a review of terms and conditions. Twitter had a very nice flexible work policy, which, is of the age. We are post-COVID, and we've all learnt that flexible work is a positive thing, not only for our people, but actually for productivity. But anyway, he's cancelled all of that. He wants everybody in office. He has basically made it clear that anybody who wants to stay with Twitter is going to be expecting to work super hard. Like, this is not, we're not talking about, oh, hey guys, I'm looking forward to working with you and making good stuff happen. He's basically saying, here's your choice. Your choice is leave or accept that you are going to be in a major hard space. You are going to have to work super hard. And you know what? It's just like, wow, that's such an interesting way of positioning a turnaround. And so I thought it would be really a good thing for us to maybe suggest, how could Elon turn this one around? Because, currently out there are, legal battles going on with staff saying, well, actually, you can't do this. You can't change these terms. So there's a whole lot of really, really interesting stuff playing out currently in the media. So how could he turn it around?
Wow. I love that it's current. I love that you brought it to us today, Emma. Yeah, how could he turn it around? Well, first of all, I want to kind of, it's a real, it's a real, fit in or fuck off story, isn't it?
Totally. Totally.
Yeah. And yeah, God, it's, I really, and, timing, Mr. Musk, timing, gosh.
Yeah.
Where to start? So yeah, how do we make this one good?
I've got an idea or two. So shall I kick it off?
Yeah,
well, I kind of think that honestly, I realise that the business is in a bad state. I mean, you don't have to be a financial genius to look at the figures that, the losses that Twitter has made to go, well, basically, what are we going to do? So, I mean, for me, I'd be saying, all right, team, we are in a bad situation. I would be the honest bit, and the ruthlessness of the situation is, I bought a bit of a dog, but I want to turn it around. And to turn it around, I'm going to need hard work, but I'm also going to need, from my perspective, some inspiration. So what is the vision? What is my vision as Elon Musk for Twitter? why did I buy it? What can I see? What
Mm.
potential can I see in this platform? It's, it's been around for a while. It's got some faults, but basically it's got millions, squillions of users. So what is my vision for Twitter? What do I want to see? What can I see? I mean, we know Elon is a visionary. Tesla, SpaceX, the boring company that, he's talking about for tunneling. The ideas he has are incredible and they are futuristic. They are a bit crazy. So what's his vision for Twitter? Now, if I
Absolutely.
know what that vision is, then we go from, okay, so here's the vision. It's out there, it's interesting, it's incredible. So what can I do? How will I contribute? And when we inspire people, we know that inspiration, if, for me, that, the mission that he comes up with, if I'm inspired by it, then I'm probably going to sign on and I'm going to give a lot more effort. In fact, I'm probably going to give discretionary effort because it sounds like a cool thing to do. It sounds like I want to be part of this. It sounds like a mission that I can go on, and I'd love to, put my hand in and say up really strong and say, Elon, I'm in. Yep, it's going to be hard. Yep, but I'm up for it. Let's go. So vision is the first thing that I would suggest is needed
Mm,
or
mm.
missing and needed.
Missing and needed. Yeah, my pausing earlier, and I'm still. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like trying to get some thoughts together. Is around that vision alone is not enough, and I
Mm.
think
Mm-hmm.
and of course and I don't know him. We never worked with him, and of course the whole thing
Not
is through
yet.
the media. Not yet, Mr. Musk. Um, through the media and kind of the uneasiness I feel is how much of this is for the media and how much
Good
of this
point.
is, to really provoke. And if it is, I think it's really unkind. You're playing with people's lives because we know vision is, as you've said, Em, is so important, right? All you needed to
Mm.
say is, hey, this is where I want to take it. Super, this is the equivalent, going to Mars. This is my
Yeah,
equivalent
yeah, exactly.
organization.
This is Apollo 13, right? We're going to try and fix this thing in flight.
Exactly. And we're not trying to kill anybody on the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Right, like we're all going to land, and but there may be things that we need to rejig, retool, all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um, but my question mark is, you go out with major announcements like that pre-Christmas. I mean, at one hand, yeah, he's being honest if that's what he needs to do. It gives people the information they need to process moving forward. I'm all for that, but I would ask to engage heart as well. We know that vision is
Mm.
super important. We know that having a plan to get there is super important. We know that as
Mm.
strategies, but without the right culture and purpose, like why?
Mm.
What is the purpose of Twitter?
Mm.
In his hands, what is he going to use this platform to do?
Mm.
And, we've already seen some interesting behaviors around free speech and individuals who now have their accounts back. Um, yeah, so I think it's kind of like it's pretty much a clusterfuck, if you excuse my language.
Pretty
So,
much.
it's
Pretty
like,
much.
which, we're going to see the unraveling of over the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And,
Pretty much. Mm.
and no doubt, the barometer of the share price will be tracking everything that
Yep.
that is said, every word that is uttered, and yeah, it's like a very volatile situation. That kind of my only other thing to say for right now is I really my best wishes and heart go out to people who are on the receiving end of this,
Absolutely.
and hope that
Yeah.
there is some care. I think we just we I think next week is we were thinking about a podcast on completion.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah.
someone from Twitter needs to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Because how are you caring for people?
Mm.
It's like, yeah, like it's no good going to Mars if you don't care about people. But maybe that's not what it's about. So, Twitter. Anyway, that's I keep my
Absolutely.
posted on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I mean, I think that there's multiples and myriads of ways of dealing with this, but I think
Mm.
this is currently the bad work story, and yeah, let's track it. Let's talk about it. When maybe next year we can do a deeper dive when we kind of see how this all plays out. But the drama is live, and
The
Elon.
drama is live.
And
Right.
Elon, we're here for
Yeah.
you, buddy. We're here for you, buddy. Like, if you want to turn this around, there's two amazing women that would dive in and give you some honest and upfront advice. We'd love to help.
Let's start with some freaking feedback.
First things first. Well,
All
there we
right.
go. Well, there
There we
you
go.
go.
There
May
we
all
go.
your Christmas plans come to fruition. May all your work stories be good.
And
Something
your
of
work
that
stories
nature.
be good as we approach the holiday season. Absolutely. So you can see that Emma and I are getting into the holiday spirit
Oh,
because
we're
we've
excited,
we've
ramping
got
up.
pretty loose in this one. So
Yeah.
thanks for hanging in there. As always, we thank and appreciate your listening. If you've got any comments or feedback for us, please, go to the normal places and give it to us. So we've got one more coming up next week on the theme of completion and a bad work story that's pretty sad that we're going to share with you then. And then finally, for the year, our last one, I think we're talking about a good work story for a
Oh,
change.
yeah.
Aren't we, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's end on the upbeat.
Let's end on the up. No more
Yeah.
drama. No drama. Going into the holidays, drama free. All right,
Peaceful.
my friend.
Peace. All right. We'll see you next time.
See you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Bad Work Stories Made Good with Emma and Karina. We hope you enjoyed this episode and that the perspectives we had shared stimulate your thinking and are a catalyst for your own reflections and actions. If you have a bad work story you would like to share, get in touch at help@badworkstoriesmadegood.com. And if you enjoyed or have some feedback, please leave a review. We appreciate it. Till next time, may all your bad work stories be made good. Stories be made good. Stories be